Hey Stace, you ever just wake up thinking about tiny Japanese 4x4 fire trucks?
How did you know?
Well, what'd you find?
I found a mini truck.
And some awesome sunglasses. What do you think about riding around it back there?
Fun.
4-seater Acty.
Wait a second. I'm too far forward. I gotta back up.
The safety first. These little Acty fire trucks are cool. It's not an Attack, it's an SDX platform, a 5-speed, but this truck has very, very low miles on it. Hey Stace,
Yeah.
how many miles are on there, or kilometers are on this one?
12,000?
12,000 kilometers. That's super, super low mileage. And it's got a rad cassette deck, CB, and siren stuff. We just don't know how to make those work. It's got extra seats in the back with seat belts, spotlights. If we had this, would you ride in the back all the time, Evan? All these little features, details, just really high quality.
It even comes with a little cigarette.
Yeah. And a lot of these mini trucks, the tires are pretty worn out or dry rotted, but these little Yokohamas are actually in super nice shape on here too. Yeah, it's really solid, only a little bit of rust around the base of these leaf hangers. This truck's in really good shape. These spotlights are awesome. They work. There's the switch down the side. So is there anything under that seat, Alvin? I think there might be some storage space under here.
Oh, it does.
Storage space underneath. That's pretty cool. This is interesting how they did all this racking back here. They took the original bed sides and are welded. Everything's filled really nicely and welded to all this angle iron to build the rest of this racking. So normally these bed sides would fold down off of this hinge here, but they're just actually fully welded in place solid. They divide it where Oven's standing right here to make the little ladder step through. Potentially fire hose, I think, might wrap up around this section here. There's cool brackets and weird things all over this, but they left the little brass nozzle and the rest of this stuff on the truck. We're gonna take this one for a little drive and see how it does. If you know what some of the rest of these brackets are inside the bed here, go ahead and leave that in the comment section. It looks like that might slide out. Off of here. Oh, yeah. Well, if you were somebody that was camping and you wanted to cook your food on a little tray that slides out, there you go.
What was this?
I don't know what went there. I'm not really sure. Maybe a tank or something.
I think this is for like your big gold.
It's got the 5-speed from the SDX, vinyl seats.
There's no seat rips.
No seat rips. These
None.
seats are in perfect shape.
Yeah.
Don't know what this does.
I want to push it
Or
so
this. This must be for the,
bad. Oh, be careful.
like if it's got lights
I
on
think,
there or
and
not.
then there's a cut cord. Did you see that on top?
Yeah.
So that must have been, and I think they have to take those off when they retire them.
Yeah, and on my truck, this
We
is
could
where
always
the diff lock and the cab light would be in the
Look up
back.
different ones. Ride back here because there's a seat belt, right?
Yep.
So you can just be on the highway like, I'm serious, I kind of want it.
It's pretty rad.
I like it.
I'm gonna drive this around a little bit. It's got this cool backup beeper. All right, so is this the smallest fire truck you've ever driven in, Stace?
This is the only fire truck I've ever driven.
This is probably the closest I'll ever get to driving a brand new Acty. The way everything is just in such good shape. It's so crisp, it makes really good power. The suspension's super tight, everything on it works really good. The brakes feel perfect. That makes me realize I probably need to go bleed the brakes on mine. All right, Stacy's turn to try it out.
I was like, where's the shifter? Good. I like it. For me, it drives easier than yours, but it's because of what you said about the taller gearing. Is it accelerating faster, or is that, am I just imagining that?
It feels good. This one makes really good power, actually.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It feels very smooth.
I'm not sure what year this is. I'll have to check the seat belts. See, most of these trucks have a little tag by the seat belt, and it'll have a shipping. Oh, it's a 96. That's pretty good. Ours is a 91.
Do you know what I was just thinking in my head? I was thinking it reminds me of my dad's 1992 Honda Civic.
Is 92 Honda Civic?
And the 92 to 96 was the same.
Yeah, well there you go.
Model.
Good eye.
I was like kind of, I don't know, I just remember driving and it's like, makes me think of that.
You put a lot of miles in that thing, didn't you?
500,000.
500,000 miles.
Yeah, he wanted to call Honda and see if they would give him a free car, put him in a commercial. He was like, but I look like Brad Pitt.
Got Oven in the back still, cruising along.
He's got his seatbelt on.
Yeah, he's all belted in.
I dig it.
Yeah, this is a cool one.
I dig it. I get a little like fireman's cap.
Yeah. I just can't get over how low miles are on this thing.
Hold on, I'm too far forward.
Hey, you're good right here. Oh, yeah, there you go.
I gotta back up a little.
If you had it, you drive it in reverse all the time just to hear that damn horn. If you're looking at mini trucks and you're not sure what year they are, most of these trucks will have a date code that's pretty easy to get to. So this truck is a 1996. Pretty good, quick way to look at it if you don't have any paperwork. All right, we're gonna take this one back and test a couple more trucks today. We got a bigger fire truck to try out, and Stace is looking at a Mazda Bongo van today too. Stace, what'd you find over here?
It's a Daihatsu Hijet, got a dump bed.
Cool. How's the frame looking on this one?
Pretty good. Come check it out.
It is clean. Some surface rust in the bed. Pretty stout little truck with really minimal rust. The dump bed makes it nice to access anything on top of your fuel tank, drive line, transmission. And this motor plate's nice. This is all the Honda Acty guys are going to be envious of this cup holder up here. Little storage tray. I'm envious. That's pretty nice. All right, so over here we've got an Acty Dump. These are pretty rare. And these Hondas are unibody, so when you do a dump bed on these, the whole bed assembly sits on top of the original flatbed portion, and the hydraulic cylinder is actually up on top. Plenty of tires. Another Acty Dump. This one looks good. No frame rust. It actually looks really nice. Typical ripped seat. That's pretty common on the Hondas. This little Acty is pretty cool. The body's fairly straight. It's got some all-terrain tires on there. Tiny bit of rust in the corners, but overall the frame looks really good on this one. Stout little truck, and the bed's actually in really good shape in here. Looks like it's had its rubber bed mat here for most of its life. So yeah, barely any surface rust in the bed, just a tiny bit around the fenders. So let's check out this Mazda Bongo Brawny fire truck. You know what's crazy is check out these accents. They look like they're hand painted. It's got to be a decal, but doesn't it look like it's?
Oh yeah, it's got texture.
Like it's hand painted. These pinstripes are hand done.
It's like it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's really cool detail. I mean, it's
on film.
interior's pretty much perfect in here. These plaid seats are super cool. So this one's a 5-speed as well. This one's only got 16,711 kilometers on it, so it's pretty fresh too. These aren't common rail diesels, are just really simple, old, non-turbo, good fuel mileage, not massive amounts of power, but good enough to get you where you need to go, and it'll run probably forever. Nice, simple hand crank windows on these. Oh, it's a 93. So yeah, and 4-door cab. This is great.
You could even put a third person in there.
This seat folds up, and you have quite a bit of cargo space in here if you don't need the extra seat. It works out to be a pretty good storage spot. The headliner's perfect in this truck. Seats are all in excellent shape. If you're in the back seat and you want to smoke, got an ashtray right there. Yeah.
Oh, he's so young, he doesn't even...
I remember Cadillacs that used to have, every seat had a cigarette lighter and an ashtray. It was like, you could have 6 adults in that car just smoking, you know, but... We don't really do it like that anymore. It's not 4-wheel drive, but those dualies would help out with some traction. The ride's good. Feel how smooth that is?
Oh, I feel it.
This cab size is nice. That's pretty good. It seems like the power is just good enough. You know, it'll get you around. This one you could run some longer trips. It'll do great on the highway. Little diesel's actually got pretty good torque. All right, let's switch it out. You give it a try now. Plenty of headroom here.
Have the signals down, and then I'm going to get back in my car tomorrow and be confused again.
That's how it works. You get used to driving.
Yeah, the turning's nice. Don't do something you can't undo, Andy.
So I bought an ambulance a long time ago, an old Chevy ambulance. It was a Port Townsend fire department ambulance, and driving it home, flipping switches, add switches all over the place inside the cab, and I didn't think any of the stuff worked on it, and all of a sudden the siren came on, the lights were flashing, and people started pulling over. I was like, oh no! That was a crazy setup.
I kind of like the other one better. It just makes me happier.
You like the other one better than the Brawny? Well, I think we need to try that.
This one's good. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying for me, it's too much.
The Honda spoke to you.
This is too much truck.
This is too much truck? There's a lot of truck here.
That's a lot of truck.
That's a lot of truck. That's a lot of value. We're going to take a look at the motor on this one. Good. Yeah, a little Mazda diesel. Super clean. Injectors are easy to get to. Injection pump's just right there. Really looks pretty easy to do a timing belt on if you had to. So it's a 2.2 liter motor, 2184 cc's. It's really clean. Nice little storage compartment there. Easy to service. If you need to get to anything on that side, like an alternator replacement, there's an extra cover underneath here that will come off. This whole section right here you unbolt and take the seat out, and you have complete access to the whole top of the engine. But really, this engine compartment's not bad. It's actually pretty easy to get to everything. And these tiny dualies are probably the only 12-inch dualies you're gonna see around. I mean, these are like, they're so micro.
So cute.
Tires are in good shape. It's just a trip seeing a 12-inch dually.
An interesting concept for a little camper.
Check out the back. Plenty of room back here. If you wanted to, you could easily get these jump seats. You could easily just get aluminum sheeting and sheet this whole thing and have a pretty rad little camper right off the bat, you know?
Oh, that's so freaking gnarly. I want that.
I mean, it's pretty complete. Look at that.
Yeah, it's good.
It's nice. That's a good oak handle on there. Okay, so we got siren controls. What do we have here? This must be the rest of the siren controls, and maybe some intercom stuff and a CD controller. Oh, well, there's some mysterious logos on there, though.
Can I look in here?
Yeah, check that out. Oh, nice score. All right, so this truck is so complete it even comes with a radio still. That one's got a leather cover on it.
I think these
And
go here?
Yeah, that must be the holder
Perfect.
right there.
That's kind of cool.
Pretty awesome.
That's kind of cool.
Pretty
We
cool.
could get them. I bet your dad could get them working.
There's a third one in there too.
The volume. There's 4.
There's 4?
Yeah.
4 radios. So you got a crew. You could start your own little fire
awesome.
business. And there goes the other truck you were thinking about.
Hey, where's he going
Test
with that?
driving. All right, we're gonna drive. We're gonna run that one next, I think. So that's the diesel Mazda Bongo with the pop top. Pretty cool setup. I think these share a motor with maybe a British Ford, some type of European Ford. And this is the older generation Mazda Bongo that I think Stace and I are kind of interested in. It doesn't have a pop top, but it's got a ski rack on top. All right, Stace, I want you to tell me about your van.
It's a Bongo. It's 4-wheel drive. And I just thought it looked really cool, and I wasn't even like wanting one of these, or was a distant thought in my mind because everybody's got those Volkswagens, you know?
Yeah.
Those old ones. It's an active runner.
It's an active runner, yeah. You're gonna what?
And
You're gonna tell us what did it for you?
Well, because it's a different perspective. Because you look at things like, I don't know, like engine size and like stuff, but here, like, I'm telling you, it was just this.
The grab handle?
I just love it. I don't know why. But
Yeah, that
it's
extra
so,
grab handle.
Like.
It's pretty cool.
And it looks so
This is
cushy in
neat.
here.
Extra light.
Like, check it out. And it feels luxurious. It feels like you're just on a lazy boy. And then it's just like, it
Yeah,
feels
these
so good.
Seats are deluxe.
You know how my I have an armrest in my car, and
Yeah.
I keep it up. I don't like it, but you like it.
Yeah.
And you always put it down, and you love it. I hate it. I love this.
So they've got the seats flipped around backwards in this one. You can position them either way.
It's a different perspective, huh, Evan?
It's got
Yes.
heater vents up top. It's got sliding windows, 2 sets right there, and another one in the slider.
That's so huge. Got some more
Plenty of
ashtrays.
space. Yeah. Well, this is cool. A little
So
storage
many.
zone down
Yeah.
below here.
2 of them.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's just like so much room.
There's a lot of room in this one. The diesel on this one's quiet too. It sounds really good. We'll fire it up and
Like a
take it for
little
a
kitten.
run. And let's check out that ski box up top too. All right, you throw some ski gear. There's a little Japanese decal up here that is a warning or something. I'm not sure what it says. Probably do not drive with it open. Load up your stuff. Close the top. And take off. Okay, this truck, the diesel feels really good on it. The steering's a lot heavier, strangely, on this one than the Bongo fire truck, because I'm sure the Bongo fire truck weighs considerably more than this thing. It feels good. It's just got a little bit heavier steering. The truck overall has 46,000 kilometers on it, which is still not bad. Brakes feel a little soft. I think these could use a brake bleed. Transmission shifts really smooth. I typically don't like automatics in a lot of the vehicles I own, but this one actually feels pretty good. The transmission feels smoother than my old 4x4 Toyota van.
What do you think?
I like the backward seats.
The backward seats are awesome.
There's a lot of room in this thing.
You see yourself driving this when you turn 16, living an awesome, sweet life. The van down by the river. That's like the dream now. That used to be like a joke, and now it's like the dream. It is. You can live in a van, a Sprinter van down by the river for $100,000.
Yeah, big bucks.
Yeah.
The good news about having an automatic in one of these is that if you weren't comfortable with driving a stick and right-hand drive, so shifting with your left hand, the auto might not be a bad way to go for something like that. And this truck actually has like a
This shifting, it really doesn't take that.
yeah, the
long.
shifting's not bad. I wouldn't
That wouldn't be a deal breaker.
I wouldn't discourage anybody that was weirded out about left-hand shifting. I would just say just try it, and it's a lot easier than you expect. So this little diesel purrs. The truck sounds super good. Stacey's gonna run it around now.
Got my handle to get in.
This.
Like a granny. Try it. Give her a try.
Yeah, that's solid.
Got the old college try going on
That's
that.
solid.
That's good. Not gonna win any speed awards.
Some more cool side mirrors, rear view mirrors, transfer
Awning.
case, low range gear. Pretty simple in here. Small dent back here. The hatch still opens and closes fine. It hasn't been repainted. Decals are fading a little bit. Overall, paint's decent on this one. You just turn on your Bosch lights. This van hasn't been used off-road at all. Like those brush bars, there's not a scratch on those things underneath. It's had a pretty easy life, it looks like. It's a really cool little van.
Okay, give it a try. Give it a try. Look at-
Everybody's got to grab Stacey's grab handle there. Alright, so what was your initial thought about the little fire truck?
Wow. It's like, wow. Look how clean it is.
This gold